Here goes something funny. Something really stuck out to me during this episode.
What's that?
I realized some of the competitors are way more pussy than we think. And in a good way, in a bad way. I start off with one, Laurel. She showed a lot of emotion.
She was very emotional this episode.
For some reason.
I actually really enjoyed seeing that part of her.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck happened to Laurel?
Exactly.
Right.
She is such a cold-hearted, calculated, dominating person. It was nice to see some emotion.
I think she's not used to failing. Like, she's been failing lately, especially on the dailies. I mean, if you think about back in her cutthroat days, she carried her entire team most of the time, that entire season, other than Abram.
Cutthroat was 32 years ago.
Nobody even remembers that. But you gotta think of it in her mindset.
No, it wasn't really.
In her mindset, though, she's like, this is how I gained my reputation, and I am just tanking. And that sometimes has to do with age.
She's old now.
That's sometimes to do with mental.
She's not Johnny
where
Bananas.
she is mentally.
No, age don't have nothing to do with that. I'm just gonna put it like that.
You know who else is kind of pussy?
Who else?
Jay and Michelle.
Oh, yeah.
All of this is coming down. They're doing all of this explaining away. All of this, oh, we're doing this because of that. And all you had to do was say, we're playing the best game for ourselves. We have no agreement. It's better you than us. That's all they had to say.
Stop apologizing. Stop apologizing for
Everybody
making
would have
decisions.
accepted it. Everybody would have been like, all right, it is what it is. Be like, all you had to do was say, it's nothing personal. I don't want you to think it's because I don't like you or think you're a fucked up person or think you...
It's the game.
Yeah, it's just the game.
Period.
And we're on opposite sides of it right now.
And even Jay said it. He's like, you're playing this for your family. Like, stop feeling bad. Because at the end of the day, this isn't a game of friends. You're not going to win.
You should have said that publicly. And that should have been his stance from jump. Listen, we're doing what's best for us. Fuck what you're going through.
Yes, I do agree with that assumption on that note because, I mean, you in the game. You got to put all the emotions and the feelings to the side, and you got to take that and say, okay, we playing the game. This ain't real life, real life, because this ain't happening in real life. Because it's real life, we cutthroat. People getting cutthroat more. You going to end up dead in the trash can somewhere.
Facts. People get fucked up for less.
I think somebody made a comment, I think it was on Twitter, that they think the reason Michelle was so gung-ho against Laurel was because of Fessy. And she wanted more. I saw it on Twitter. I don't know how true it is. But
so you acting up over some dick?
Right. Whoever said that.
It actually makes sense.
It wrong, though.
The way this game's playing out, it does feel that way.
Michelle is scared of Laurel. Let's cut the facts, okay? She's scared of Laurel.
Who isn't scared of Laurel?
It could be fear and jealousy.
I'm
scared of Laurel.
I'm not scared of no damn Laurel. I've seen Laurel in person. She don't scare me, y'all.
Listen, Laurel. Listen. And I mean all respect when I say Laurel will fuck you up.
Yes, she will.
If you
Laurel
keep
will eat your food.
If you keep thinking that, you go right ahead. I'm a dog.
Let's put the stats up. You're what? 5'7", 165.
5'7". What the fuck?
You kind of lean.
No, you about to make me go off on
5'8"?
I'm 5'9".
Oh,
I'm 195 pounds.
Someone bring out the tape measure.
Listen.
Hold on. He about to make me go off over here. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm 5'9". I'm 195 pounds. I lift over 200 plus pounds. I deadlift over 3-something pounds. Trust me on this. I eat.
So basically, you can toss me over your head.
Basically, yes. That's big facts.
No, actually, and my birthday was just yesterday.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
Man,
I had to cancel everything because I've been sick.
Really?
I've actually stayed home from work today. I'm staying home from work tomorrow.
Did you get COVID?
No, it's not COVID.
No, we can't blame
I tested negative for COVID because I did take a test because I just wasn't sure. It looks like it's just, probably a really bad cold, but I've been fucked up. But I want to say a big thank you to everybody who gave me a birthday shout out. A lot of people gave me calls, texts, Facebook and Twitter. Thank all you guys. Really appreciate that. So that was
I'm
cool.
sorry, I totally spaced on it, but I give you a belated birthday.
It's very nice to get, but I don't even celebrate my birthday like that. To be honest, I really could give a fuck less. It's just another Tuesday, literally.
I would say Chico said happy birthday. I'm sure. He said we're birthday friends. Birthday pod.
I'm sure he did. I don't remember seeing it, but I did get a lot of
No,
people
he told
saying,
me to tell you.
"Oh, okay, yeah, yep, good looking Chico. Chico Spears, that's the man. Give him a follow when you get a chance. Let's go ahead and get into this episode." What's really good, pot stars? Welcome to another episode of Love, War, Challenges. I am MTV Malik. He is Robert Stewart Jr. She is Becky at Giftmaster Bex. What's really good? Gang, 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 gang. So as soon as we get back to the house, Michelle is spazzing out like normally. Jack and Laurel are very happy that they get to come back from elimination. And for some reason or another in the A block, MTV decided to give us this little moment between Jordan and Anissa. I thought it sucked. It just seems so God, it seems so fake. So fucking annoying. We're not even talking about that. We do get a similar moment with Bananas and Nani, which I thought was kind of cute. But really, the only thing of note in the A block was going to be Laurel deciding to move out of Horacio's room because for some reason, Horacio revealed that he's talking to a girl back home. How do you guys feel how this played out?
It's melodramatic. He's
Super.
talking to somebody. It's not like they're in a relationship. You are allowed to talk to him. He's not like, I mean, it wasn't look like they were trying to bone. He was trying to bone her or anything like that, at least that I could tell.
No, we're always trying to fuck.
Like, he looked like he was trying to get to know her first, at least. At least try to get to know the girl before you try and knock her socks off. But
here goes another case that all because they look good don't mean they got game. It's funny how that works out sometimes. Sometimes,
he is very socially awkward from what I can tell on the show.
I don't think he's socially awkward. I do think he's not really. I think he's just sweet.
Oh, well, he's a shy, sweet boy.
He's the type of person
to
lay a girl down.
Your head at for?
Listen, he'll lay a girl down, which is not a bad thing, but it just seems like something he would do.
That's sweet.
That is sweet, and you should always.
See,
but you seem like the type to do it that way.
I want to know
in a creepy way is the kind of the question.
No,
There's a creepy way of doing it too.
It's not creepy. It's just really innocent and like no game having.
Right. Yeah. So
no game having.
Me personally, I think that was a stupid move to showcase that in front of the world. Okay, you don't do that.
100%.
Because
100%.
You don't do that. You don't showcase it in front of the world and say, okay, I'm talking to somebody. No, you don't do that.
100%.
I would have knocked that down. Y'all would have known I knocked that down. It ain't no question. I'm going to be like Bananas. I do my stuff offline. You will never know who I hook up with.
The fact of the matter is, he could have had that done without lying.
Right.
All he had to do is say, no, I've been dating for a while. No, I am not currently in a relationship with nobody. That's
you
it.
can casually date as many people as you want. Let the boy casually date.
That's the
and
real
he's
world.
Young. Look at him. He looks like a baby.
This is the challenge house.
He is a baby.
He is. This is the
How old
challenge
is he?
house. I don't know.
I think 20 something.
Oh God, he's definitely a baby.
He got to be in his 20s. So.
Yeah, definitely should have probably just shut the fuck up. I thought Laurel, come on, Laurel. You may like the kid, but guess what? You guys aren't going to go fucking get married and live on a farm somewhere and raise sheep. Fuck out of here with all that. Oh, you talking to somebody? I don't want to get hurt. Up until this episode, I didn't know she could get hurt. I thought she was a fucking Terminator.
26.
26, yeah, I was close.
Still young. He's still
Ooh,
young.
he was born in 1996.
Doesn't want to get hurt.
Yeah, that's the year Jordan won his sixth title.
Wait, what year?
96.
Yep, August 8th, 1996.
It's fucking wild. Fucking kids. Anyway, moving on to today's daily. Today's daily is going to be called down the line. Now, this daily is definitely going to be something that's going to be endurance and a puzzle. I'm not going to go through describing everything that happened. It's played out in 2 heats. Jay and Michelle gets the win, surprisingly, 2 weeks in a row. Let's go ahead and talk about our favorite parts and some of the stuff we liked and some of the stuff that we disliked. For me, the funniest part about this whole thing is I just found out that Laurel cannot dig, which I think is a really weird talent to not have. She can't
Wait,
dig.
Laurel cannot what?
She can't dig. When the game was over, she was still digging for the bag. So to me, that was absolutely fucking hilarious. I was disappointed by how bad Devin and Tori did. Usually this is something right in their warehouse. Anything with swimming, you got to give Devin a leg up. And he was the first one to get the bag. They shot out the gate, and it looks like they got stalled by the greatest equalizer of them all, a fucking puzzle. Rob, what were some of your takes from today's daily?
It was actually interesting. I thought it was interesting. This was one daily that I wanted to try on my own, so I said, please sign me up, okay? Because I wanted the ride, the zip line. That would have been fun. The digging part wouldn't have been no challenge for me. I would have just got through there. I said, if you put this in a Spartan race, I would be just ecstatic because I'll fly through it. So, but my main thing is I wasn't surprised with Jay and Michelle. They showed you their survivor style daily win.
Well, it did look. I mean, it looks like Jay was having difficulty trying to find the bag too. So that was an interesting thing. And the fact is I mean, Darrell tried to help Veronica and is like, dude, maybe it's in a different language. And he even said, amigo. And she's like, no, it's not going to be in a different language. Like, she completely dismissed it. And I was like, damn, V, why you gotta, like, fucking just tell Darrell to go fuck himself, basically? What the hell? You could have tried it. Why didn't you at least try? I mean, I thought it was interesting. It was good to see, the swimmers who are stronger and basically that have the puzzle skills on top of digging skills. But it was an okay daily. I mean, it was kind of boring.
It was a little bit boring to watch. I really didn't like how not serious Bananas was taking this whole thing. His whole fuck with 90. Was it funny? Yes.
Yes.
But,
it's like something I would do.
Yeah, he's just annoying.
Sure
like a kid cousin or some shit. It was just kind of annoying. And also, his whole thing is, I'm here to make sure Nani gets her first win. I'm here to see her through. And it doesn't look like he's taking this challenge too serious. And with 7, I think he's just really wants to go back to just having fun while doing this. And I think he is doing that, but at the same time, it seems like Nani really has a lot riding on this one.
Well, she's doing it for her mom who passed away, and she's trying to get her first, thing in. So I can understand her being pissed. But the fact is she was freaking out too. And I think he was maybe trying to use comedy to kind of like bring her down, like calm it. And she went that way. And he's like, fuck, man, I was just trying to break the tension a little bit. I honestly think he didn't mean it with the bad intentions, but she wasn't ready to hear it. She just wanted him to go.
I think he handled it in the best way he could, because that's how I would have handled it, because I know your situation. I'm trying to be empathetic about your situation because everybody grieves differently. So you kind of are on a slippery slope, but also you want to kind of lighten the mood.
I think he just wasn't able to read the room the right way. Should have just read the room after he seen that shit was going to fly the first time. You know what he could have did? He could have just shut the fuck up.
When he saw her getting progressively more angry.
Exactly. Just shut up, man. Just shut up.
Listen, there's a point where the joke stops being funny. And sometimes people don't realize when they need to stop.
Not for real. I mean, it's like, no, not for real. Because you can joke and be serious at the same time. I mean,
100%.
But he didn't even seem to be helping with the puzzle. She's like flipping out and he's just making jokes, not even really paying attention to the puzzle.
Yeah, he could have handled it a lot better. But Jay Michelle gets the win. Now,
Horacio and Olivia kicked ass in
They
this
did kick ass,
challenge
but
too.
they didn't get the win. So they're going to be on the menu just like everybody else. So funny thing about it is, Devin and Tori had a deal with Michelle and Jay. A 1-day deal. If you guys win, we're safe. If we win, you're safe. How do we feel about this? How do we feel about this short-term deal?
I like it because at the end of the day, it kind of covers your ass for the next the next daily, that you don't have to be like, you're not in a long-term situation. So, I don't have to, worry about that. It's just, I like that. I like the 1-day deal. And I want to know who came up with this. Was this Devin who brought this to their attention, or was it them? Of course it was Devin.
It was definitely Devin.
It was definitely Devin.
I'm not
definitely not Jay's brainstorming.
I'm not against the 1-day deal. I actually think it's something, I mean, we've seen it before in the past, these short-term deals. Usually these short-term things kind of go like, hey, we're going till we get like, till, the final 5 or 6, whatever it is, every man for themselves. Or like, we'll get each other into the finals at least.
Well, with this setup, it's too hard to do that with the fact you have to nominate 4 teams.
That's
It'd
what
be
I'm
way
saying.
too difficult to do a long-term deal like that.
I wouldn't, if this was played out a little bit more early in the season, sure. But right now, we're probably about halfway through. So,
Do you think they're going to go individual at one point?
Not this season. It doesn't make sense to put them on individual. Even though I'm not against them going individual in the final. But at the same time, your pair, it seems, and they're not switching pairs. If it was something where pairs were switching or something like that, then maybe, but it looks like everybody's going to have to see this one through with their ride or die. So,
even if they want to murder their ride or die.
So let's go ahead and move on to the deliberation and interrogation. Laurel and Jack, we already know is going to be on the board. And Bananas and Nani, these guys seem like the easy picks because they took a lot of shit for not putting them in. Jay says something I wasn't really feeling though. They're trying to figure out who they're going to put in, and Amber and Chauncey come up. Michelle takes them off the board, and Jay says Amber and Chauncey are dead weight. Agree or disagree?
I mean, they're very middle of the pack. They're not really making waves, but they're not really doing much of anything at all. They're becoming very...
They're floating.
They're very much of a wallpaper team. And
which isn't the worst thing to be right now.
Not necessarily. I mean, I would agree with Jay. I think they are kind of dead weight. And as much as I love Amber...
Love Amber.
When you float, eventually... I mean, look at what happened to Anissa. 95% of the time she floated, and then she always got screwed at the end.
It's okay to float if you can handle business when your number is called.
True.
That's true. And you got to remember, you want that one team that floats around where if you do want to go against somebody, it is an Amber and her partner.
Chauncey. Did you see Chauncey actually tried to call out like the girls? Like, why are y'all being so fake to Amber?
I don't blame him at all. Amber's treatment since she's been on the challenge has been fucking abhorrent. Not so much of this season, but we've seen it ever since she came in. She's been getting hated on, and people fucking disregard her championship so easily, and I fucking hate it. I despise it.
Well, I think that it's because she has her boyfriend there, and they're kind of keeping to themselves. I think Amber's kind of stopped trying to be friendly with people, and she's kind of just like...
Why should she? These people fucking hate her.
I'm not saying that that's a bad situation. I'm just saying...
Yeah, that's true.
Because she won on her first season, she's pretty, and she's just... I think she's just genuinely like... You know when people are too nice? And you're like... You're almost like... It's almost like a Horacio. It's like you're almost too nice, and I don't know how to take that.
I know exactly what you're saying because I dated a girl that was too nice and other females hated her. They're like, look at this fake bitch. And she's like, no, I'm just like really, really just nice and bubbly. People are like, fuck you.
But
I think that's what it is. I think she's just at a point where it almost like they think she's fake, but that's just her personality.
Has she lost her entertainment value? That's my question.
I mean, I think she kind of has.
Well, this season, not truly she hasn't been super entertaining this season. But you know what? Neither has Bananas. We've seen Wes go a whole season without really stirring the pot. We've seen CT fly under the radar for 16 fucking episodes and come out to win. So it's all about showing up when your number is called. Let's go ahead and move on to the deliberations. Shockingly, Laurel plays a little bit nicer this time around, and Jack commented on it. Yeah.
Fake as fuck.
How? Talk to me, Rob. How did this make you feel seeing Laurel play nice a little bit?
What's the word I want to use? I'm not surprised. Nothing that Laura do surprises me, because I can kind of predict what she's gonna do and she's gonna do it. But that didn't really shock me at all. I expected it. Her play a mellow role still. I think she is more confused. Like, why you keep putting us in here? You want to go home, basically, is what she looked at them like that. So I'm interested to see how much longer Jay and Michelle is going to last, because I don't think they're going to last too much longer.
Nope, they're pretty good at pissing people off, Becky.
Mm-hmm.
She tried, but I could tell. I think that's why Laurel had absolutely no chance. Like, when they were talking to her, they're like, "You're fucking being fake." And what's his fucking face? Jack was being fake as fuck too, with going around telling people that he had a deal with Jay. I mean, obviously we didn't see anything, but I mean, I think that Jay knew, especially with Jack walking around like he fucking was pissed off at him at every 10 seconds. Like, why would I keep protecting you?
Oh, Jack is pissed off. I mean, this is a fucking blood feud now. That guy is mad.
Understandably pissed. We get it. But he can't expect, he's not going to put me in again, when you've been walking around butthurt as fuck.
He is mad butthurt.
You know what? And this goes with, it's just a game, y'all. You got to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. So
big facts.
When your number's called, you're ready to go in.
Just always expect to go in. The fact that they had already, and I think they've said this before, and I think everybody said it before, once you say a name, it's 10 times easier to say it again.
That's right.
100%.
Now, mind you, as much as Laurel has this reputation, and I think Jay said it too, he's like, I want them gone. Who will beat them? And that's the best mindset to have. If you're going to want to get rid of Laurel, you have to get somebody that can actually beat her.
You know what? I got to give it up to Jay too, because he came up and his fucking little Jay brain said, we got to put down two friends who are going to fucking save each other. So it can be Jordan and Anissa. And Jordan and Anissa are probably the best team to call on if you need somebody to wipe out. He could have also went with Fessel and Mariah. And
Mariah's kind of a wild card, though. You don't really know.
Bananas and Nani could probably take him on too. I mean, there's a couple of teams that has the power to take him out. But, you want somebody to get done? Jordan and that motherfucker. Unless it's against Fessy, because Fessy will beat you in elimination and then fuck your fiance.
Well, I think it's also about the weakest link. And the weak link in Laurel's team is Jax. And I think Anissa was feasibly is 10 times stronger than Jack because of how many eliminations she's seen. She very rarely loses at the end of the day, I think, when it comes down to this, and having a partner like Jordan who very rarely loses.
Why do you drink out the water bottle like that?
Don't put
Why
me on blast
are you
like that.
insulted by the way he's drinking water?
I'm just
right. He gonna put me on the blast like that. Because that's how
I was just waiting for the pinky to come up. Like, yo.
I think I did put the pinky up when I did it.
All right, moving on. Nothing exciting came from Casey and Kenny, whatever the fuck his name is. He doesn't even talk. But
Casey and Casey's brother.
But as we move on, Bananas and Nani had a little something to say. This was by far the funniest fucking exchange I think we've seen yet, because Bananas obviously wants to punch Jay in the face so fucking bad. He hates his guts. I don't know what happened. I mean, yeah, okay, you slept with his ex, but why do you hate him this much? Like, Jay seems to be kind of fucking over it. He's not really feeling you that much, but you just seem mad. Like, yo, what the fuck?
Ask yourself, if he gonna smash your girl, do you think that you wouldn't feel the same way?
No, but Bananas feels that way towards Jay.
Yeah.
So why are you so mad?
Jay?
Jay seems like he's like generally just fucking over it. But the face he had on, like, I'll punch you in the fucking face right now.
It's the fakest fucking smile. It's like, yeah, we're besties. Like, so sarcastic.
On the flip side of it, he kind of recognizes what Jay is trying to do. Jay is just like, oh, if I put down Bananas at 90, they're going to pick each other. One of them picked the safe card. They both have about a 66% chance of not going into the elimination. So Johnny's just like, sucks to be in this position, but I get it. And plus, you already kept me safe for 1 week. We don't have to do it again. But Nani seemed turned up.
Well, it's because fucking Casey was there.
Well, because she knows Casey will wipe the fucking floor with her.
Yeah, but not Casey. Nani wants to win. She finally wants to get that W behind her.
Then why wouldn't I love Nani, but get rid of Casey. She's gonna beat you in a final.
Yeah, but you don't want to go into don't nobody want to go into elimination. But I say this: prepare like you going in every time.
Yeah, Nani was too turned up. I think she kind of overplayed her hand a little bit. But the most interesting exchange had to be between Jordan and Jay. And once I seen that exchange, I was just like, holy shit. Now, it's very interesting.
Jordan straight antagonized 100%. That whole
but
thing.
He was right, though.
He's right and he's wrong in a couple of regards, because later on in the episode, he says, me and Anissa was happy to float by, and now they woken up something. Jordan is not a float by character in this. He needs to be the center of attention. He loves that shit. That shit makes him rock fucking hard when people says his name. He loves that shit. He is a attention whore. You thought Wes was bad? You thought Bananas was bad? Jordan is on the same level of being an attention whore.
This man flipped all of his cards in free agents just to lose to Bananas.
Yes, a true attention slut. He didn't learn anything. He's still running his fucking mouth. He just learned not to go after Bananas.
Wait a minute. How many championships does he have again?
3.
Point blank. Exactly.
No one's not saying he's good. Bananas is an attention whore too. He's won 7.
You said.
Yo, you
how many seasons does Jordan have?
Do you have hair in there?
I don't know. My ears was hurt.
Such a grandpa.
You saw.
He called you a grandpa. He's only like 2 years older than us.
But
right.
Because the funny thing is, I think Jordan wanted to go down into elimination. I think he kind of wanted this fight. I think he was confident in how he'll do in elimination. And I think he intentionally poked him to get this to happen.
The way he was antagonizing, I fully agree.
I'm sorry. I would have antagonized Jay too, because I think he's soft. I'm just going to put it blank self. If we going head up, I don't care. I'm calling you out. Simple as that.
Laurel played nice. Johnny played nice, even though both of them were fake as fuck. But they, at the end of the day, you want to play the game. You don't want to piss off the person who could send you in.
Don't matter, because because I know you're not going to win all of these, because the only way Jay and Michelle goes to the final is if they win every last daily.
Not necessarily. They can cut deals. They do have people on their side. So
like who?
It's not likely though. It's not likely. I get what you're saying.
It's not many, but I mean, I think they're gonna do fine.
I like how Jay tossed a little threat in Jordan's direction. You're like, why? You want to be the one who get called down? Jordan was like, fuck
he got
you.
Mad.
And then Jordan was just like, you're weak. He's like, I'm not weak, you're weak. It was the funniest shit.
Yeah, he weak. So, he ain't telling him no lie.
He's won 2 dailies in a row, and right now he's been controlling the game. Granted, not very well, but...
I would have said, have you won Survivor?
What does that have to do with anything? This is a
Survivor's not
Survivor.
the challenge.
Exactly.
I know that, but Michelle has won, y'all. Remember that she won.
Survivor, listen, the Survivor is like road rules with less food. Like, it's
I
whatever.
never thought about it, but yeah, I do agree with you on that one. That yes, agreed.
Oh my god, I lose so much weight because I don't eat fish. So all I would eat was rice. I'd be like, somebody gets my fish portion, you give me your rice portion.
I love fish.
So
I don't eat seafood.
Before we get to the elimination, the last thing of note that happens is Vessel and Laurel.
Oh, he snuck right in. He's like, oh, she's mad. She's mad at Horacio. Let me just sneak right back in here.
Colleen? I like Colleen. Colleen was cool.
Colleen ain't there no more.
It's a lot of fine women there. I mean, come on now.
So what, he's gonna remain loyal to some chick he just knew for a couple of weeks?
Colleen is a baddie. Colleen, you put a baby in as soon as possible.
Oh, she is a baddie.
Not unless he smashed her, then he said, okay, I want to go ahead and see if I can
Well, he's got to learn German, though.
Oh, you know what, though? He did already smash, though.
That's true.
Did he smash?
Yeah, he did. And all reality, I think Laura going to get her shit beat in, too. Come on, she could use a good
the way they were snuggling under them covers,
Listen, she's a woman and she has needs like everybody else.
Facts.
Give it to her.
Yeah, got to.
Well, I'm not going to lie. Now that I kind of know how old Horacio is, it kind of makes a lot of sense why
Vessel's the same age.
Well,
Horacio is just, he's a puppy. Yeah,
listen. I'm telling people all the time, I'm 38 years old. What am I doing dating someone under 30?
Let's go ahead and move on to the elimination. Surprisingly, Jay comes down and somebody must have touched a fucking nerve. I'm sure Becky can relate to that. But
I touched your nerve by calling you a fuckboy?
Jordan must have really touched Jay's nerve. Because Jay just like, we've been fucking with Laura this whole time, but Jordan and Anissa's going in. Good idea or bad idea?
I mean, I think you're right. I think Jordan wanted to go in. And I think he did this very purposefully in a way that would make Jay almost semi-look like he's weaker by saying, I antagonized this and look, I got what I wanted kind of situation. So I think it's a good idea either way, because if anybody is going to send another strong team home, it's going to be Anissa and Jordan. The period. There's not a better team to use to eliminate somebody.
But also, I would say this. It would have been the same result the other way around. Even if he put down Laurel.
Are you getting naked, Robert? Like, why the
I got a basketball shirt on. Don't judge me. I'm hot.
And I'm the fuck boy?
I was like, why do I all of a sudden see like...
Yo, Rob, yo, pull one of them titties out.
hey, I'm solid, baby. I'm solid. I'm
sure
let y'all know.
Listen, I know our ladies will want to see it. Go ahead, show them the goods.
Show the ladies the goods.
I'm not a show-off person.
Show them the abs.
I'm not a show-off person.
All right. What was your opinion on the matter?
Go.
My opinion on the matter, Jordan, I felt he was right and did what he did. Number one, you got stake in the challenge. You got history in the challenge. You know how to play the game. You know how to finesse your way in the game. Jay, he called him out perfectly, I felt. And you're nobody. You're weak, okay? Yes, you are weak. I'm calling you out. And I'm your average Joe. But I'm your average Joe that is somebody. So, bring on. Hey, Jay, we should have been like, I don't care. I'm going to call you out. I don't care about what this is. If you throw me down there, I'm coming back. So
you sure do seem to be defending Jordan a lot.
He loves Jordan.
He really does.
About love? Look, I understand the man, the game. I know his game. I know his tendencies. If I'm in a game like this, I already know his tendencies. Come on now. I studied the game. Does Jay study the game? No, he does not study the game. He does not know really the past history of the challenge to get him further into the game.
Let's go ahead and get back to the task at hand. So Jordan is going down, and now we got to see who's going to pick the safe knife. We don't have to wait for too long. Bananas and Nani picks the safe knife. And they tell Laurel how much they love her, how much they respect her, and they say, yeah, Nani's like, I'm going to save my girlfriend.
And why would Laurel be confused by that?
She's not confused. I think she got, here goes the funny thing is, she's like, oh, I'm better off going in angry. Last thing I need is these people telling me how much they fucking love me. Because she has a point. Do you think that maybe all of the kind words before elimination buttered her up a little bit? Made her a little soft?
No.
I think at the end of the day, she's going against people she considered friends. So I think it was always going to be like a mind fuck for her. True. They did have a whole ass relationship, didn't they?
Right.
They did.
But wow, I totally forgot about that.
Me too, but I'm gonna tell you this: Laura's a competitor, so she's 100% a competitor.
I know she's looking a little soft right now.
Regardless of who she go against,
she did a lot of crying this episode.
She really did.
She was very emotional this season.
Very emotional. You got the stuff with Horacio. Her head may not have really been in the game. You got the Horacio shit. You got the Fessy shit. You got the fucking Jay Michelle gunning for you. You got the fact that you know
again,
and you know that your best friends in the game aren't going to save you. That's a lot. I think it affected her. Dr. Laurel Stuckey. Put some respect on her name.
Look at her face the entire elimination.
She didn't want to be there.
Not in it.
She's not in it.
Because we've seen Laurel in eliminations, and she is just in game mode, and you could see it in her face.
She's not in game. And Laurel is known for wiping the fucking floor with Anissa. It's like her thing.
But yeah, it's true. But at the end of the day, you saw her face. Her face she was beaten. She was done. Enough. She wanted to go home.
So today's elimination is going to be called In Your Face. Basically, this is dodgeball, but they got all of the faces of the people in elimination, and you got to throw the dodgeballs at it. Why one person defends.
It made me think of football when you have to put it to when you have to throw it to
very similar. And we've seen games like this before. I thought the fire was a cool thing to burn it up, except for the one that didn't burn up. To no one's surprise, Jordan and Anissa gets the win, but let's talk about some of our favorite moments from this elimination. I absolutely loved how well Anissa did. You would think Anissa would be a hindrance. Jordan had the foresight to put as a defender, and she fucking killed it. And I also think that Laurel didn't do really good offense. She did. All reality, all she had to do was run to one side, run to the other, run back to the other side, throw it. Because Anissa wouldn't be able to keep up. She stayed in one spot, just flinging them, and Anissa was blocking all of them shits. She did an amazing job.
Yeah, I agree. Anissa did amazing. She's bigger, I guess best way of saying it, so she's got a better blocking range. And I think she just full-figured, yes, full-figured. I'm trying to find the nicest way of saying this, but if you look at Jax, he was just like, he was reminding me of you remember the soccer challenge when Corey and Nelson were like attempting to kick soccer balls at each other? That's what he reminded me of. Like, I don't know what's good. Like, that's all I saw. Like, he
wasn't able to act like he's been there before.
He's the weakest link of that situation.
Rob?
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. I wanted to be in elimination. I said, hey, can MTV call me finally? I'm ready. I stay ready. So please call me. Yes, you got my number. Call me. But anyway.
Send in your video.
Yeah, they don't fuck with us like that.
Anissa,
not anymore.
I was impressed, very impressed. It looks like the cross training that she has been doing is paying off, but I don't want to speak too soon on her performance because it's gonna be interesting to see what she do. Yes, she does CrossFit.
I haven't seen she's been trying to do that yet.
Is she doing CrossFit?
Yes,
CrossFit is fucking hard.
At her. Yes,
it's hard.
Go look at her.
It's hard to use proper form.
No, it's not.
Yes, come on, fam. We all see those pull-ups. Fucking ridiculous.
I do pull-ups on a regular. I do pull-ups. I can do pull-ups.
You're not Anissa.
Do you do CrossFit pull-ups?
Yeah,
or do you do regular pull-ups? You do the little waving thing?
I don't do waving thing. I do these, and I do the...
That's regular pull-ups. We're talking about the CrossFit pull-ups.
Now, those are hard. I ain't gonna lie.
And they swing. I've seen it because I saw Cara doing them.
And they take up so
No,
much
okay.
space in the gym. Like, yo, go that way. You know what though? No disrespect to CrossFitters. Those people are very much in fucking shape, and a lot of them would kick my
Beasts.
fucking asshole across the place. So let me stop talking shit to CrossFitters. You don't want them coming for you. Hey, pop quiz. What's the first rule of CrossFit?
Never quit.
You gotta tell everybody you do CrossFit. Just fucking
You know,
with
I'm
y'all.
actually really surprised that Emily Schramm told me she doesn't do CrossFit anymore.
Really?
Mhm.
What
When
would
did
she
this
do?
happen?
Because she started bench pressing? Decided to get her some real
No,
weights?
she do
I
trust
think there was something to do. She just doesn't do CrossFit anymore.
It's
Wait
okay.
a minute. Do she still own her spot?
Yeah.
Okay, I was checking because I've been there. I plan on going back when I go to in April. I'm going back to her spot.
But she was
All
drunk though, so to be honest, maybe didn't
So quick
understand
question.
her.
Let's grade. What do you guys think about this elimination? Was it good? Was it bad? How did you guys feel about it?
I enjoyed it, but I'm not gonna rate the episode
Jordan was
no
amazing
higher.
for
Yeah.
being
Fucking hate having to keep complimenting this guy. He
like
was
the fucking
fucking amazing.
asshole.
I can't wait till he
Uh,
gets
Man, I
fucking
want y'all to
smoked.
just sit down with him one time.
I
That's
have
it.
nothing to. You know what? I only have one question for Jordan. If you had to put a number on it, how many times do you think you've used the N word? The A and the
I
ER
want
both
to be
counts.
there. I want to be there for that conversation.
Because
That's it.
I know of at
I'm
least
sitting
3.
back.
or
I'm sitting
referring
back.
to African American people as monkeys.
Yes.
I'm sitting back and
There's
I'm
that too.
listening to that. So,
Those are the two things, and disrespecting females every
Oh,
chance you
yes.
can get.
I would love to be with y'all when that answer that question. I'm not saying nothing. I'm just gonna
Listen,
watch.
I don't
the
really
whole
have nothing
thing.
to say to him.
Does he normally disrespect females, or is it just the strong ones?
You know what though? Maybe we should allow him a little bit of grace and forgiveness. He does seem to be a lot more stomachable these days.
That's y'all. That's
Again,
y'all.
I want a long-term solution. This is a very short-term.
Well, hold up. In
Overall,
his
listen,
defense, a little bit. In his defense, the last 2 to 3 seasons he's been on, he's been kind of okay.
just
The
the 2
seasons,
in my opinion.
the last 2 seasons.
But again, these are the first 2 seasons back since he fucking had to take a sabbatical for being a racist.
But how many seasons? What's the line? How many seasons do we gotta?
I don't. For me, like I said, he will never. For me, it's hard to take the disrespect towards women. The level of disrespect that he has shown women, I can't, as
But
a woman,
people change.
do that. I don't trust it yet.
Listen, I
Don't trust it.
I was a fucking asshole for a long part, and then I got tired of it, and I learned some new things, and I had some bad shit happen to me. It's never too late to turn it all around.
I don't think
You know
so
what I mean?
either.
I'm not saying that this is the case. I'm just saying, and don't get me wrong, I'm not a Jordan fan. I'm not here rooting for him or anything, but always leave the door open for forgiveness, because you might find yourself in a position where you need forgiveness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We all fuck up. We all fuck
I
up.
don't know.
And Jordan, realistically, he's a little bit younger than us, right?
little
Maybe
bit,
about
yeah.
maybe I don't know, but he's probably around our age, if not a little bit younger.
No, he's a little younger, but he's not that.
Yeah.
He's not old. He's
People
not
fuck
Jordan
up.
Wisely is 32 years old.
Yeah, he's young.
Yeah, 32. So he's younger than us. Maybe a little bit of grace is due. Hey, if I can say that.
That's respect. Respect. I respect y'all's opinion. I definitely do.
No, I mean,
100%.
don't get me twisted. I'm not there yet. Still fuck Jordan going
I
forward.
understand that.
But I keep my eye open. We'll see. We'll see.
It was the conversation. That's it. That was it. That's what got me hooked into Jordan. It's like, okay, I see him as the person. Like I see 2 personalities. I see his personality on TV, and I can show you where Jordan is real. Okay, because I've seen this in person. Okay,
Listen, you can have a TV personality and not be a racist. You can have it be a TV
I'm not
personality
saying
and
racist.
not be a misogynist. I'm sorry. You can still be supportive of other people without listen. There is a low blow and a low common denominator. He is intelligent enough to use better insults. Like, he's not a child. Like,
You know, you you can work
and I
in
can be a bitch.
the school system too.
What? I could work in the school system. Wait, what?
Yes, because the kids, you will be amazed at what kids say.
Nah, kids are fucking brutal these days.
Oh, yeah.
They're fucking
The
brutal.
thing is, with kids, you gotta find
Listen,
the sweet spot.
no, ain't no sweet
No, ain't no
spot. I
sweet
got
spot.
two words if you think kids have a sweet spot. Naughty bop.
What the fuck is naughty bop?
Naughty bop. Just look it
What's
up.
a naughty bop?
I'm not even gonna tell you. Look it up and tell me how fucking savage and ruthless these fucking children are.
No, trust me. I've seen my
Kids
former
are the fucking devil.
roommates' kids. One of them was a fucking little savage to the point
Yeah.
where I was like, I want to duct tape your mouth shut. Like, that's how bad his mouth was.
Let me tell you, I was this is a couple of years. This is before the pandemic, and so I step out in the hall. This kid say, "Motherfucker, who the fuck you think you talking to? Motherfucker, you ain't my motherfucker. Who the fuck you think you are? I kid you not." I was like, I had to catch myself because from me literally having to strangle him. So I said, "Wait a minute, let me back up. You need to go to the office before something go down." So he went on off to the office, got himself in
We're
trouble.
Fucking
about to
kids,
have an
man.
altercation with a
Kids
7-year-old.
Kids
Right.
are the fucking worst. But you know what? There's a couple of good eggs out there. Let's go ahead and grade this episode from 1 to 5 stars. Rob, why don't you start it off?
You're gonna be surprised on my ratings. It's not gonna be up there. It
Why
is
wouldn't?
actually 3.5. Okay.
3.5? Why?
Yes, 3.5.
Why so low?
And it just didn't give me that, oh my God, what's going to happen next week? No, it didn't give me that. It just gave me, okay, we're going through the motions. We're at like the midpoint, so the motions. So then once it really start where people are really getting their heads chopped off, then it's going to pick back up.
It wasn't given what it was supposed to give?
Not for real, not for me.
Okay. Becky.
You're really going to be surprised at mine then.
Okay.
2.5. I kind
2
of figured
stars.
That. Yeah.
Damn, is it because Jordan got a win?
Yes.
No, it's because, honestly, it was a drab episode. Like, even the drama was drab. And honestly, listen, Laurel has emotion, and I'm glad she has emotions because she needs them, because she's not the Terminator. So I'm glad she has, like, the ability to have, but there was too much crying in this episode. There was too many feels in this episode for me that I got very uncomfortable because I was like, Laurel, fuck up, put your big girl panties on. He didn't ask you to marry him and you found out he had a girlfriend. Like, it's not like you've known him for a couple of weeks. It's not that serious. So, like, you've only snuggled the dude. What? Like, so that it was just too many feels, too many emotions. I think it would have been okay if it was focused on, like, the semi-betrayal, like, of the friendships and the elimination and the feeling of failure when it comes to the dailies. But overall, it was just too much crybaby for me. And it was just blah.
Okay. Rob wins 3.5 stars. I'm going to tell you why. You have the daily was cool, but it just wasn't that much fun to watch. And it didn't really build a whole lot of drama. But the drama this episode pushed a lot of the stories forward. It pushed the Fessel and Laurel story, brought an end to the Horacio one, 90s and Bananas dynamics, Jay and Michelle. So the drama was there. The elimination also wasn't that bad. It had a lot of drama. Who was it going to pick? We were surprised by the pick. The elimination wasn't even bad either. It was great to watch. Sometimes it's good to see the heroes fall. If somebody even gave it slightly higher than 3.5, I would probably be okay with it. Not a bad episode. I think 2 stars is kind of a disservice. I mean, that's really a D. This is more of a C plus. So 3.5 stars.
I just couldn't bring myself to bring it to. I'll give it 2.5.
You don't have
I can't bring
change
myself to a 3.
You don't have to change your rating on my account. I'm just telling you, I just make the decisions and I chose Rob to win. The king has spoken.
Like, I give a fuck what you think.
I'm done.
Oh, man. Oh,
You
man.
can choose however you want, King.
Before we get out of here, I just want to make sure that I clear my name, that I am by no means any kind of a fuckboy at all.
He's still stuck on it.
Right.
Because you're not the first person to call me a fuckboy or a player or insinuate that I sleep around a whole lot or I'm toxic. And people say these things with no evidence to back that up with.
Right.
Listen.
And you will never know what woman I'm hooking up with. You will never know.
Nah, I keep my shit off on the low, on the
Me
low,
too.
low,
Definitely.
on the low.
And
But-
that's how I know that you're
but-
only playing when you talk to me.
Oh, all right.
Let's go.
Boom.
Once again, thank you guys all for watching. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter at LWC Podcast. Follow us on Facebook and TikTok at Love War Challenges. Cop your official Love War Challenges gear at shop.lwcpodcast.com, and our website is lwcpodcast.com. Get your customizable challenge gear and accessories at shopthechallenge.com. And make sure you listen to Love War Challenges podcast on Apple and Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or your favorite podcast app. And before I get out of here, you guys should know that we will have a very special guest next episode. I'm not going to tell you who it is. It's going to be a surprise, and it's going to be fucking awesome. That's going to do it for us. Once again, I am MTV Malik. He is Robert Stewart Jr. She is Becky at Giftmaster Bex. This is Love War Challenges. Good the fuck night.